Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Gas-o-Loon channel. This is my 790 Adventure R, as you've seen in many previous videos. This is not only an off-road / touring bike for me, but it's also a street bike that I use to go back and forth to work and other places around Stockholm here where I live. And I've been looking a bit at this end can, the exhaust here, and it's very silent in the original form with the stock exhaust on. And when you're in an off-road environment, that's good because you don't disturb people, and that's fine. Gets you into less trouble typically than otherwise. But when you're in town, it's good that the cars hear you a bit more when you're coming, and it's also cool, of course, with a cool twin sound. This one has a parallel twin engine. It has obviously some potential for a great engine sound, and I want to get just a little bit more than it is today. So what I did was I didn't buy the stock Akrapovic end exhaust because it's pretty expensive, or the slip-on. I decided to go for a Wings exhaust, which got good feedback from the forums and stuff on that one. It's also a couple of €100 cheaper, and also looks a bit better in my opinion. We'll see. But the most important thing is, of course, how it sounds, and we're about to find out very soon. So this is how the bike sounds in the stock version. Let's mount that Wings exhaust and see if it makes any noticeable difference. And here is the new titanium Wings exhaust, which is I think it's shorter and looks better than the Akrapovic one, and also has a much more easily accessible removal of the baffle here if you want to do that. I took away actually the Wings logo because I think it looked as if it was made by a child. So Wings, please change your logotype, it's ugly. I think it looks better without it. And here, you get a little t-shirt from Wings here, the same logotype. Included in the package you get an invoice, of course, very good. And you get some things to mount this with. We'll start by taking away the old exhaust. Or the stock exhaust away took like a minute. Everything possible with the tools you get with the KTM. I have now weighed this stuff, and the stock system weighs around 4 kilos, whereas the Wing system weighs around 2.5 kilos. So you save around 2 kilos in weight. Okay, just for the hell of it, we start the bike without the muffler and see what it sounds like. It's still got a pretty big catalyzer down here, a big thing that I would like to take away, but apparently people get less power from these bikes because they run too lean then. Anyway, this is what it sounds like with only the catalyzer. Wings also supplies us with a fake DB killer here. It looks like a DB killer but has no effect. I mean, these guys are really on our side. So after like 10 minutes of fiddling with this, everything seems to sit nicely. Should we try and start it, see what it sounds like? I mean, the fitting and the finish of everything has been, is 1A. Really nice. With the carbon fiber and the titanium, and how everything was done from Wings. First rate quality. Okay, so let's start it now. This has a DB killer in, or baffle if you will. There is still a bit more of V-twin sound than before. A bit more of a burble. The baffle or DB killer is quite easy. It's a screw that you unscrew. It comes down here. Then you take some pliers and just pull it out. We'll see what it sounds like now. Okay, start without the DB killer. Almost open here. See what that sounds like. Now I have tried the wings and muffler here with both DB killer in and out, and I have to say that with the DB killer in I detect some more V-twin sound, and I think that's good. It's not too loud though, and the difference from stock is not great, but also it's the electronics do not require any reprogramming if you keep the baffle in. But if you take the baffle out, there's a hell of a racket, I'll tell you that. It's a cool V-twin sound for about 10 minutes, and it starts to wear on you, and it's far too loud and antisocial for me at this age that I'm in right now. So for me it suits really good with the DB killer in. Well, there was just one thing that I forgot. This beautiful carbon protection here, which will be very important for me since I have my bags down here, and also for the legs of somebody sitting here. I forgot to mount that, but now I did that. No problems whatsoever. Everything really nice finish so far. Not for very long, I suspect. I usually scratch these badly when I fall over road. We'll see what happens to this one. Well, not so fast. There are things that remain to be fixed on the bike after having mounted the new exhaust. I've been letting it idle for a long time for the ECU to get used to the slightly more open exhaust. It's still with the DB killer in, mind you. And I've also been riding for quite some time to make sure that sort of the wool in here settles and everything. There are some distinctive changes to how the bike rides after having mounted the exhaust. Firstly, I think it's weaker in the low range, which often happens when you mount a more open exhaust. So getting out of a curve, it's from low revs, it's got less oomph. At the same time, it has a little bit more oomph in other places higher up, I believe. And it's also from a sound point of view, I think it's perfect right now, because you can hear the engine revs, and it's more the entire ride. It really adds to the riding experience. It's not too loud, especially not with earplugs in, and I think that part is really spot on with the wings. But it feels still like the bike needs some sort of tuning to really, or some sort of remap to really work fully. And you know, remembering the old carbureted bikes that I have had in the history, I mean 800cc, it's got you can really expect it to give quite some push in the low RPM ranges too. But these new bikes, I think they run so lean in the lower RPM range, so it doesn't really work. I'm really looking forward to some aftermarket solutions here. I will let the exhaust stay on, although I think I lose some power in some ranges, but I'm really looking for some sort of remap now to sort of increase the power in the low and medium ranges of the 790. After having fixed that, I think I'll be totally happy with the engine exhaust configuration. Stay tuned and see what happens.